All right, it is time to dive into functional programming, or FP. Now, it may be that functional programming is something you have heard about recently, but really it has been around for a long time. There are certain languages that have been around that focus primarily on this style of programming. You may also think that using JavaScript in a functional way is also new, but that too has been possible for a long time. Using JavaScript in a functional way is becoming more and more critical for any JavaScript programmer to understand. So in this section, I want to introduce functional programming to you, its paradigm. I'm going to keep it fairly simple because it can be complex. And then you can continue to explore a functional approach as you desire. But whatever your choice, my goal is to help you see the power of using JavaScript in a functional way and help you gain techniques that can improve your current programming skills, because a functional approach is a critical part of JavaScript. Now, like OOP, functional programming, or FP, is a way to organize your code. Functional programming has many of the same goals. Let's just look at those really quick. So, first, it can help make your code clear and understandable. When you follow any particular paradigm and someone's familiar with that paradigm, it's going to make the code much more understandable to that person, and therefore they can follow it much easier. It also will make your code easier to extend. So if you need to add to what has been programmed, you can do that easier. You can do it without breaking existing code. These are the types of things that make it easier to extend code when you follow a paradigm such as functional programming, or OOP for that matter. Now, it also makes it easier to maintain. You can find bugs and resolve them. In fact, this is one area where FP really excels, is reducing the number of bugs, the number of things that have to be fixed. And so maintenance can be a lot easier with functional programming. And then finally, you avoid repeatable code. Any paradigm helps you do that. And this follows that dry principle of don't repeat yourself. You don't want to repeat code or write code in different places that do exactly the same thing. If you have some code that's doing something, you want to be able to reuse that and not simply write it again. Now, as I describe functional programming, I will at times refer to object-oriented programming, but I don't want to send a message that it is either OOP or FP. It is really about how to take advantage of both. Also, before jumping into FP, it is important to understand the true nature of functions in JavaScript. Now, luckily, we covered that when we talked about first-class functions, higher-order functions, closure in the section on critical principles and patterns for functions. If you skip that and jump to this section, you may want to go back and review that before going all in here. All right, let's move on and start describing what functional programming is.